I was milking goats in the local goat farm. You need to have desire to life. I would be never ever choosing this some automoto topic team. I hate automoto. So my name is Barbora Kachlíková. I am Czech artist living and working in Finland, and currently you are approximately 140 kilometers from Helsinki, east side.
And this is your studio space?
And yes, this is my studio space, so welcome. My background leads to the family which was affected by art because my grandfather and great-grandfather, they were both artists, but they were teachers of art and very known in our region. I am coming from small city Vyškov, which is in the Moravia part of Czech Republic. As a child, I was visiting this art school for children, this like hobby. We just wanted to play, and we were always the most looking forward when we had break and we could be there playing with balloon. But for example, the windows, they were heading to the cemetery, and once we were watching this that there was happening funeral, and then he was telling us, okay, well, let's then start to paint it. So we were there standing watching from window the funeral, and we were painting it and drawing it. And I think that this somehow stayed probably deep inside me. Also my high school was art school, so I don't have any other profession or studies than art studies. I cannot do anything else, so I have to do art. I was like winning lottery, because to have a supportive background, it's really important. And also I have to tell that I think it's probably the most important, because also my partner Anssi, without him it would be not for me possible to be artist.
So was Anssi the reason you came to Finland? How did you decide to come here?
Yes, Anssi was the reason I came to Finland, yes, because of love. I am this love immigrant. I am living in Finland like 6-7 years. I haven't been living in Finland before.
How did you feel here at first as an artist?
It was like the time when I just graduated from Faculty of Fine Arts in Brno. And basically I came here in first season, because it was October, and here was very rainy and dark. I didn't know people, and basically in the village was nobody. I didn't have any income, and somehow I didn't know how to settle my working day, anything. It was for me easy in school, because there was timetable. I knew that okay, the seminar is starting at 10 o'clock, I was coming at 8, painting, then there was seminars. But here I didn't know what to do, because no any time schedule, anything, and I didn't know how to be an artist. What does it mean, what I have to do? I was finding a job which was like out of my profession. It was like I was taking care and milking goats in the local goat farm. So I was there working almost 2 years.
Wow.
And but this was for me great experience, because I was meeting with local people, so I could socialize myself, which was for me also like life-changing. I got working internship in HIAP, in Artist Residency Centrum in Suomenlinna.
It's interesting how I met you, actually. We met in Helsinki in one exhibition, and then...
It was your exhibition.
It was a group exhibition where I was also participating. But then you invited me to the Czech embassy, where you had some curatorial experience there. Maybe you can talk about that.
That's true. When I was working in goat farm, meanwhile I was also doing this curatorial work for embassy. It was, the whole project was called Embassy Gallery, and it was gallery which was placed in the premises of Czech embassy in Helsinki. It was for me a totally new working experience, and I met Finnish artists and Finnish art scene, and I could also give space to my friends who are young artists and who are facing problems to have enough attention and free exhibition possibilities of their work.
And then we had a project together in the Bulgarian embassy a little after that. From the goat farm and the curatorial experience in an embassy, which is a very interesting combination.
Yes, it is. That's true.
Then what happened?
Then happened this short stay at the HIAP, and also I got to know about this Finnish language course, which I would otherwise never got to know because nobody was offering it to me. And to know language, to be able to communicate, to express yourself in the language, I consider this as the most important, because otherwise you don't have voice. You are persona non grata.
When exactly did you go to India?
So it was in November 2018, and I have been there like for 5 weeks at the artist residency Artist Point, which is operated in the beautiful environment of mountains of Meghalaya. And there I met matriarchal tribe of people, Kasi people, which was for me like a life-changing experience because of their habits, traditions, and also all the colors and flowers. I for example, I saw there these Christmas stars, which we have like those small at home during the Christmas. There was like the whole huge bush.
Did that change your style of painting somehow?
For sure, paintings from the time, and also I got a very big taste to painting. I get this desire, and it's for me, basically that is for me most important when I feel desire to something, because I think you need to have desire to life, desire to eating, to drinking, to be with your friends. I think yes, my life it's based on desire. If I don't have desire, if I don't want to see it, if I don't want to find something, discover, and to paint it, then it's for me not possible to work on it, to do it.
Is now traveling important to you for your practice?
Yes, it is. It's a big passion, and especially I'm really interested in Asia. We are very individualistic society, but in Asia everything works as a group. You by yourself means nothing.
India was your first trip so far away.
Yes.
And then what was your next one Cambodia, or did you go somewhere
Yes. Then there came COVID, so I was only dreaming about to go somewhere, but that was not possible. So then when I got opportunity, I went last year. It was a 2 months painting journey in Cambodia, and it was mesmerizing for me. I still feel this energy and power of Angkor Wat temples, which are like ancient temple complex of Khmer Empire. For example, before I have never been using black color in my paintings, and I noticed in Cambodia this very big light differences. There was sharp colors like really black, really white, so strong differences, which are then making atmosphere of something from deep inside, and also something meditative for me. As well, I was there painting by the technique of plein air, which means that you are sitting live somewhere and painting straightly what you see. So I was painting like this, not only the temples, but also, for example, in floating village where everything is happening on the water. People are living with their boats. And so if you go to shop, you are going on the boat, or then even the shop is coming to you because it is
another boat.
Yes, it is another boat. And I totally loved how there was so nice atmosphere. I always, the themes or the people who I am choosing, they need to somehow appear to me interesting, or that I want to know more about them, because this is for me the reason to start to paint, to get to know more about that person, to observe his character, its mentality. Here I am living completely different life than in Czech Republic. This is the house. It is farming house, so there is like plenty of stuff for repairing almost everything. Broken cars which are in old barn, and sometimes it's looking like trash yard, which made me like seriously like depressed and pissed. But then suddenly I was walking, I noticed, hey, well, this is still life. And I felt how they are talking to me, that they want to be painted. So since that day, I started to paint all this crap. Then I found it's amazing. I would be never ever choosing this some automoto topic team. I hate automoto, but seriously, I started to like it because it was finding me. I cannot to decide what I will be painting. It needs to choose me, and I think this is the true of source of inspiration.
Let's talk maybe a little bit about the studio.
So when I was in Brno studying, we had school studio, but actually it was for me like it took me many years to work there, because I didn't like how there was many people, then there was always some shouting from some videos what they were there playing, so, and some music and this, so I prefer to have my own space, which is calm. I like to put here this incense, and it is for me kind of like meditative. Yes, I am, for example, starting my painting day that I am put to harmonize myself, to put some this nice mantra to support me to for first hour or something, and I am sitting on the sofa and observing paintings, drinking green tea. That's very important part, because I think it gives me some kind of power or openness, and just thinking. And when there is then a right moment, I start to think and also paint. And that painting is usually very energetic, and also I like when it is fast. It's always very important also to watch, not only work, but to watch, and to watch from far. When you are painting, you are walking kilometers.
So how big is the studio?
No, actually, my studio, it's like really generous and big. It is the like kind of made box in the pig house. So before me, there were used to living animals. I am using the mediums as turpentine oil and linseed oil, which is natural, but still all this kind of chemical mixture I need to breathe every day. And I noticed that it have side effect on my health. So when there is start to be nice weather, I'm working all over, also in the old barn, and I prefer those open spaces where is fresh air coming, and inside here I'm then wearing mask when painting.
Gotta be careful with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you also, sometimes the outdoors becomes a studio space.
Yes, like very often, like basically I am painting inside only during the winter.
What's most important in the studio? What kind of elements you find?
Definitely light. I need to have light. The ideal would be to have big windows and have like nice natural light, or then I am also placing those lights which has this natural shades of light. So very big part of my work, it's also this kind of office work, which was for me surprising, because I really didn't knew that artist is also person who's supposed to have office. So that was for me like very new, and that's why we made from empty room office room where I am sitting, writing. It's a very big part of my practice. I am writing every day, just normally by pen on the paper. I am starting my day to sit in the office and plan.
Do you store, you probably store all your paintings here?
Yes, I do. And so maybe I can imagine to be without studio, but I have to have some place to be able to storage my stuff. That's the biggest problem, because with paintings who are 2 meters, 3 meters, it's
you work pretty large.
Yes, so then it's a little bit problem where to storage all of this. Nowadays I'm using a lot, like for example fine dyeing the Van Dyke brown, and this iron black, and Pines grey, and Paris blue. So it is now the colors which are mostly on my paintings, also with sienna and umbra. So those are now this color palette I am using. I would tell that this painting series, Solitude, and those paintings which I'm currently working on, that for sure I can feel there also some influence by those Angkor Wat temples, because they were for me somehow very magic, and because of those color difference and contrasts. So I was also trying to depict them in these paintings, which looks for me a little bit kind of space what you can enter. These shapes here, you are thinking what it is. It can be water drops raining, or this actually looking for me like some cold heart, icy hearts. It also can look like structure from the tires of the tractor, which are staying in the ground, or what are those marks? And then this like stains, and when the color is dissolving, it's for me also like our memory, our feelings for somebody, someone, which can then dissolve into basically into anything, or it's just living on you.
What are some artists that you admire or you take advice from?
Lately was for me really inspirational the exhibition of Wolfgang Tillmans, which I saw last spring in Mumok, at Mumok in Vienna. How he's installing his photographs, which consist of portraits of objects, and also of abstract photos, which looks like kind of paintings. And I had always this kind of feeling that my ability to express myself figuratively and also as an abstract painter, it's something which is like kind of mistake and error. It was like meaning that I don't have consistent style, and that it's like wrong. But from this exhibition and from him, I am learning that no, it can be a gift. It just needs the right attitude, approach, and to think more about installation of the work. So also this atmosphere of the place, and which kind of works you are putting together, have really very big effect how your work is perceived.
Yeah, and then there are also many artists who deliberately choose to not brand themselves as figurative or abstract, or just do work that is against this general advice that you should have this one style.
Yeah, because I cannot to do something what I don't feel.
Do you have some upcoming events in Finland, in Helsinki, or?
Yeah, actually now my work and from this series Solitude can be seen in a new apartment style gallery, which is called Black Thistle. And then in Uo Galleria there will be for 2 weeks my 2 paintings from Automoto series. And then I am preparing for a big solo exhibition in Galleria Cerma in Helsinki, which will be in September this year.
A lot is going on.
Yes, that's true. And also in December, then I am coming to Praha with Automoto series. So then Automoto, it's going on
a road trip.
Yes, to a road trip.